Have you ever wondered why some truly remarkable people choose to stay single forever? It's a question that tickles the curiosity, isn't it? We often see splendid individuals, brimming with qualities we admire, yet they navigate through life solo. It seems perplexing, considering the societal norms and expectations revolving around partnerships and relationships. But there's more to the story than meets the eye. Today, we'll explore the possible reasons behind this life choice. Firstly, some people simply crave solitude. It's not about being antisocial or disliking people. It's about finding comfort, peace, and satisfaction in one's own company. It's about cherishing the quiet moments, the freedom to think and reflect without interruption. Consider the likes of Sir Isaac Newton, Nikola Tesla, or Emily Dickinson, who chose to remain single, dedicating their lives to their passions. They found immense joy in their solitude, using it as a tool to fuel their creativity and intellect. For these individuals, the world of solitude isn't lonely or isolating. It's liberating. It's a sanctuary where they can be their authentic selves, free from societal pressures of being in a relationship. They don't see being single as a phase or a waiting room for the right person to arrive. They see it as a lifestyle choice, a path they willingly tread, because for them, the tranquility they find in solitude far surpasses the companionship of a romantic partner. Next, let's talk about high standards. Now, having high standards isn't a flaw, it's a sign of self-recognition. You know your worth, and you're not afraid to demand that others recognize it too. It's about refusing to settle for less because you believe you deserve the best. In relationships, this means you're looking for a partner who respects you, appreciates you, and treats you with kindness and consideration. Some might argue that having high standards can lead to being single for longer periods. But is that really a bad thing? Consider this. Would you rather be in a relationship that doesn't fulfill you, or would you prefer to wait for a relationship that does? In the meantime, you can focus on yourself, your growth, and your happiness. Sure, high standards may mean fewer potential partners, but they also mean fewer disappointments. It's about quality, not quantity. And remember, it's okay to be single. It's okay to wait for the right person. Your standards are a reflection of your self-esteem, your self-respect, and your self-worth. Having high standards means knowing your value and not settling for less. Then comes the fear of commitment. Picture this. You meet someone incredible, sparks fly, but the moment things start getting serious, you pull away. Sounds familiar? That's the fear of commitment in action. It's a complex emotion, often rooted in past experiences, that can make the prospect of a long-term relationship seem more daunting than delightful. Imagine being a bird, soaring free in the sky. The idea of being caged, even in a golden one, can be frightening. That's how some of us feel about commitments. It's not about the person we're with, but the fear of losing our freedom, our individuality. Sometimes it's about the pressure, the expectations that come with a serious relationship. The fear that we may not live up to them, or worse, that we might fail. And let's not forget the fear of the unknown. What if the relationship doesn't work out? What if we end up getting hurt? These questions can create a fear so strong that it keeps us from taking the leap, from experiencing the beauty of companionship. A fear of commitment can be a significant barrier to entering or maintaining a relationship. Damaged trust is another common reason. Picture this. You've been hurt before, maybe more than once. Those experiences can leave scars, invisible but deeply felt. They can make it hard for you to trust again, to believe that someone else won't repeat the mistakes of the past. It's like a wall, built brick by brick with each betrayal. And that wall can be a daunting obstacle when it comes to starting a new relationship. It's not that you don't want to trust again, but rather, the fear of being hurt holds you back. When trust is damaged, it can be challenging to open up to a new partner. Some people value friendships more. There's a unique kind of comfort and fulfillment that comes from friendships. These are the bonds that have been tested by time, by trials, and by countless shared experiences. They've seen us at our best and at our worst, yet they stick around. These friendships, less complicated and more understanding, often take precedence over romantic relationships. Why? Because they offer a sense of security, a feeling of being understood, and a freedom that is hard to find elsewhere. For these individuals, the bonds of friendship outweigh the potential benefits of a romantic relationship. Low self-esteem can also play a part. It's a silent saboteur that often lurks in the shadows, quietly undermining our ability to engage in healthy relationships. It is a fear of rejection, a whisper in the dark telling us we're not good enough, not worthy of love, not deserving of someone's time and affection. This self-deprecating belief system can lead us to avoid relationships altogether. Why? Because we're afraid. Afraid that our flaws will be exposed, that we'll be judged, that we'll be left heartbroken. So, we retreat, preferring the safety of solitude over the potential pain of rejection. But here's the thing. Everyone has flaws. Everyone has insecurities, and everyone is deserving of love. It's about learning to recognize our worth, to silence the whispers of self-doubt, and to embrace the possibility of love, with all its risks and rewards. Remember, low self-esteem is not a life sentence. It can be overcome with patience, understanding, and self-love. But until we confront it, until we challenge it, it can greatly hinder our ability to form and maintain romantic relationships. Low self-esteem can greatly hinder one's ability to form and maintain romantic relationships. Fear of vulnerability is another factor. It's a common human trait to protect ourselves from being hurt. Often, this means building walls to keep others out, especially in romantic relationships. This fear of revealing our true selves, of letting someone else see our weaknesses, our flaws, our deepest secrets, can be terrifying. It can lead us to choose the safety of solitude over the risk of disclosure. By choosing to stay single, we sidestep the danger of being seen, truly seen, by another. The fear of vulnerability can be a formidable barrier to forming deep and meaningful connections. Experiencing a series of poor relationships can also lead to a preference for singlehood. We all know that love is a roller coaster with its ups and downs. But when the downs become a continuous pattern, it's hard not to question if the ride is worth it. Toxic relationships can leave scars, making it challenging to trust and love again. The emotional toll often leads to a defensive stance, where one might decide to be single rather than risk the heartache. After a series of poor relationships, singlehood can seem like the safer option. Bitterness and anger can also be a factor. It's like a thorny barrier around your heart, keeping others at a safe distance. These feelings often stem from past relationships that ended in pain, betrayal, or heartbreak. The thought of opening up again, of potentially reliving those agonizing moments, can be too much to bear. The anger and bitterness become a protective shell, a fortress against further hurt. But remember, while this fortress might shield you from pain, it also barricades you from love and connection. Holding on to bitterness and anger can prevent the formation of new, healthier relationships. Lastly, the inability to move on from past relationships can result in prolonged singleness. Holding on to past heartaches, disappointments, or regrets can act like a shadow, clouding the potential of future relationships. It's like being stuck in a time warp where the past dictates the present and the future. This can prevent individuals from opening up to new possibilities and relationships. It's crucial to remember that every ending is a new beginning, and sometimes letting go is the first step towards healing and welcoming new experiences. Being unable to move on from the past can hinder the ability to build new relationships in the present.